This is Illinois Tiger live from his house. I got a Mellow Yellow instead of a Mountain Dew. I'm thinking I took the Mellow Yellow move. I'm a Mellow Yeller now. I'm a Mellow Yeller. Mellow Yeller. Mellow Yeller. I took the Mellow Yellow move. I moved from Mountain Dew to Mellow Yellow. The Mellow Yeller move. Mellow Yeller move.
5 people died from that storm.
Missouri Senator Josh Hawley has a message for insurance companies after last week's tornado. And there is at least $1 billion now in damage, with at least 4,400 homes and other structures damaged. In a press conference, Senator Hawley says that there is a lot of work that needs to be done to rebuild, and insurance companies have a duty to the public.
You need to pay out claims. We need 100% of claims that are eligible to be paid out, and they need to be paid out in full. I have written to every insurance company, every insurer in the state. If they want to make good, they need to pay out claims to every person who has been injured, every person who suffered damage, and that is so many people.
Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe says he's requested federal assistance, but this is just the latest request after several severe storms across the state last month.
Happening tonight, Quincy City Council could officially put a new holiday on the city's calendar. Juneteenth marks the final enforcement of the country's Emancipation Proclamation. A resolution would recognize it as an official holiday in the city.
Don't they realize it's not anything to do with the weather, it's the sin in the area?
Who are not part of a collective bargaining agreement. Juneteenth officially became a federal holiday in 2021.
Well, a popular local Boy Scout camping destination, Camp Sockanock, is reopening shotgun range after a fire. You might
say that 3 times fast. Sockanock.
About a year ago.
Sockanock, 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 Sockanock,
The original range could be rebuilt due to financial difficulties. However, through the help of several groups donating their time, their labor, and money, it is now a reality. It's a key sponsor at the Quincy Service Club. Will have its name on the front of the building. The rebuilt range is the result of
is there caffeine in this?
Together for a common cause, says one camp representative.
A lot of it goes back to scouting in
I'd
general.
look into that. Is there caffeine in?
I always say I'm just the guy who organizes the chaos. There's a big
You
group
see,
of
there's
good
caffeine in
volunteers
this.
to help keep this place running. As far as everything, mowing, the electrical, the plumbing.
Yeah, there's caffeine in
this. A lot
this.
of guys do a lot of work up here. Invest a lot of time and their own money into it.
Oh, what a difference a year can make, right? Preventing another fire was a top priority, according to the scouting officials.
Kayli come and the comes go home. Kayli comes and the comes go home.
From destroying ammunition, firearms, and any
District of Anaya. Naya, liars of liars.
It includes all varieties of the trees, such as the Bradford pear.
Bradford pear? Did you just say Bradford pear?
Trees rapidly grow everywhere in the state, including Hannibal. If signed, the measure would outlaw importing, exporting, buying, or selling it.
A fewer than half of Americans plan to travel this summer. That's according to a new Bankrate survey. The cost seems to be a big concern.
Well, consumer investigator Rachel
single strip of banana.
Planning a summer trip and is watching her wallet. Although only 46% of Americans tell Bankrate they plan to travel this year, that's 1% more than last year. It's not the same type of reinvigorated travel we saw after the pandemic, but Ted Rossman with Bankrate says travel demand has slowed a little bit, but it's still growing despite concerns about tariffs, the stock market, and the economy in general.
Almost half planning to travel this summer. 1 in 4 not planning a summer vacation. Another 1 in 4 not sure yet. 10% planning a staycation. It is important to watch what people do, not just what they say, because what they're saying is more negative, but what they're actually doing is a bit more positive.
Rossman says if you are traveling, use your rewards points and miles to save money if you have them. He says it also pays to be flexible with your travel days.
To the extent that you can zig when others zag, maybe that means going somewhere in its off season or shoulder season. Maybe it means driving instead of flying.
Mom?
Or if you're flying, maybe you take a midweek flight.
I think I made the Mellow Yellow move.
You take an early flight, or a late flight, or a connecting flight.
You know what I mean?
Let the deal dictate when and where you go.
He says not only is flexibility key when traveling, but booking earlier is better. He says even if you're planning an all
Chikorita. I actually like the Pokemon Chikorita. It's really nice. I like using it in battle. You know what? I need to find one of those in a modern Pokemon game. Like use one in a modern Pokemon game and prove that it's worth, you know. Ow! Did I just shock myself? Yeah, I just shocked myself. Oh. I don't know why it's doing that. I hate these circuit outlet. Come on, just.
We've dealt with several contractors over the years, and sometimes you're disappointed.